Hey Melbourne crypto crew, what's good? I'm Sash from CRYPTOLOGIC, and today we're diving deep into the wild world of Bitcoin right here in our city and beyond. It's August the 5th, 2025, and Bitcoin's making headlines faster than a tram down Collins Street. So, grab your keep cup, settle in, and let's unpack the latest Bitcoin news with a focus on what it means for us in Melbourne. This is going to be a big one, so stick with me for the next few minutes as we break it all down. First up, let's talk numbers. Bitcoin's price today is sitting at about 176,380 Aussie dollars. That's up 1% from yesterday's 175,513, but get this, it's down 4% from last week's 182,420. And just a few weeks ago, on July the 14th, it hit an all-time high of $189,922. That's 7% drop since then, which shows you just how wild this ride can be. Bitcoin's market cap, a massive 3.1 trillion Aussie dollars, with 95% of its 21 million coins already out there. That's huge, right? Now, for us in Melbourne, this volatility is both a challenge and an opportunity. Experts say Bitcoin could hit $223,557 by the end of this year, and wait for it, 1.57 million by 2035. That's just only 10 years from now. That's a potential 790% gain in a decade. Yep. If you're investing from the CBD or even out in St Kilda, that's the kind of long-term potential that gets your attention. But let's be real, and I know I've said it before many times, it's not all smooth sailing, and we'll get to the risks in a bit. I'm drilling this in just so you guys are aware that it's not smooth sailing. So tread carefully. So what's happening right here in Melbourne? Our city is a hotbed for crypto innovation. We've got more Bitcoin ATMs popping up than anywhere else in the world. Yep, Australia is leading the charge, and Melbourne's got a ton of these kiosks. Think Flinders Street, Bourke Street Mall. But here's the kicker. Scams through crypto ATMs have costed Aussies over $3.1 million in a year. So, if you're hitting up an ATM in Federation Square, double check it's legit. I sure do. And then there is the Monochrome Bitcoin ETF. Huge news. This is Australia's first ETF that directly holds Bitcoin, listed on the Cboe Australia Exchange. For Melbourne investors, this means you can get exposure to Bitcoin without dealing with private keys or crypto wallets. It's regulated, it's safe, and it's perfect for anyone from Docklands to Fitzroy who wants to dip their toes in without the techie stuff. Oh, the wind's just picked up again. Now, let's talk regulation, because it's a big deal in Melbourne's crypto scene. There is this court ruling from 2019 case involving 81.6 stolen Bitcoins. The defense argued Bitcoin's more like currency than property, which could mean it's exempt from capital gains tax. If that holds up, it could save Melbourne investors millions. But don't get too excited. The ATO still says crypto is subject to CGT. So if you're trading from South Yarra, keep those records tight and maybe chat with a tax pro. Back in 2015, exchanges like CoinJar got a rough deal when banks shut down 13 out of the 17 Bitcoin exchanges over crime concerns. Yep. Things have come a long way since then, but it's a reminder to use trusted platforms like Independent Reserve and CoinSpot, my fave one. Their charts show Bitcoin at $163.025 in April, and it's climbed since. You can check candlestick patterns and volume bars to time your trades. Perfect for those of you in Collingwood co-working spaces. Let's zoom out to the global stage, because what happens overseas hits our wallets here in Melbourne. First, institutions are going all in on Bitcoin. Trump media just announced a $3.08 billion Bitcoin treasury. English second language. Massive. Whew. Even here, IMP's Shane Oliver, who manages billions in super funds, admitted to a very small exposure to Bitcoin. That's a sign crypto is going mainstream, even from conservative investors. Yep. Then there's the US, where Trump's pushing for a strategic Bitcoin reserve and ETF redemption policies. That's driving demand, and with the Aussie dollar at risk from his tariff plans, 15 to 20% on most partners, 35% on Canada, Bitcoin could be a hedge against currency drops. The Productivity Commission even says Australia's GDP could rise 0.37% from redirected capital flows. Good for the economy, maybe great for Bitcoin prices as well. Geopolitical stuff is also shaking things up. The US bombing Iranian nuclear sites has investors flocking to hard assets like Bitcoin and gold, with their EFTs hitting $770 billion combined. For Melbourne, this could mean Bitcoin's a safe haven if things get dicey globally. And here's a wild one. Global money supplies up 2.3% this year, with a big spike in June. Historically, Bitcoin rallies 60 to 90 days later, so we might see it hit $200 soon. That's $200,200 soon. That's a buying opportunity for Melbourne traders watching the dips. But, and I know you're going to say, here he goes again, but to me it's important for you to know that it's not all rosy, guys. The ATO and Austrac are cracking down on crypto scams, so stick to registered exchanges. Quantum computing's another worry. Experts say it could crack Bitcoin's encryption in 5 to 10 years, and 46% think the community is not ready. Plus, volatility is always there. A 7% drop from the peak shows you need a strong stomach. Diversifying into Ethereum or DeFi might help balance things off. So, what's next for Melbourne? With our city's financial clout and techie savvy vibe, we are set to lead Australia's crypto charge. The Monochrome ETF could spark more products, and if the ATO reclassifies Bitcoin, we might see cafes on Brunswick Street accepting it soon. Globally, if the US goes big on Bitcoin, prices could soar, but a stronger Aussie dollar might make it cheaper to buy locally. Either way, stay sharp. Want to get involved? Trade on platforms like CoinSpot, my fave, Independent Reserve, or They've got $80 pairs now. Join crypto meetups through Deka, use Coinly for taxes, and consider the Monochrome ETF for a safe bet. And always watch for scams, especially for those ATMs. That's the Bitcoin scoop for Melbourne in August 2025. Whether you're hodling in Hawthorne or trading in the CBD, this is our moment. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's your Bitcoin strategy? Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, Melbourne crypto fans. Oh, and don't forget to visit us at cryptologic.com.au.